FAMU actually.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to
What's up?
FAMU.
How'd you like it?
I love FAMU. I love
Yeah.
FAMU because actually the second college I went to was Georgia State, and I can tell you it's totally
The difference.
different.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
It's just something about HBCUs.
Yeah.
Like if you have kids that are in high school and they're going to college, and you know they decide college is the right path for them, I would highly recommend to look into an HBCU.
Absolutely.
Because that experience is super different. And when you talk to another HBCU grad or HBCU attendees, it just, there's some type of love and connections that you can't find anywhere else.
Absolutely. And what are your thoughts on that as well, Julbert, in regards to those that are wanting to be entrepreneurs or go into business in terms of them going to college now in 2025, right? What would be your thoughts on that?
Back in the day when I went to college,
Yeah.
you know, you go to college and then you figure out, you take a business class. I would 100% recommend college back then. Now, the only reason I would recommend college if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur is for the network. So if you like, hey, you know, I'm coming from a small town, I don't know anybody, but I want to build a network with the alumni or other students going there, then it may be worth going to college and for the independence. But honestly, you don't need college if you're thinking about going the entrepreneurship route, right? It's better to just start a business. Like I know a lot of young 18, 19, matter of fact, I was talking to a young lady, she's like 18 years old, making 6 figures doing closer, like she's a closer, 18 in college. I'm like, you're gonna stay? She's like, I don't know if I'm gonna stay here. Yeah. Because I'm making way more money than my teacher. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different time. I think YouTube University is huge.
Yeah.
I think if you can invest in yourself and find, because the internet changed everything, right? YouTube, Instagram, access that I didn't have coming up, you have those access now.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you're not gonna go to college to learn a specific skill set, maybe becoming a doctor or a lawyer, it's not needed, right? I mean, there was people in college getting degree in music and voice, right? Like, if you can find people that's already doing that, you're able to learn faster by doing an apprenticeship than, you know, going to school. So if you're young and you're thinking, should I go to college or just start my own business? And you're like that 17, 18, you could either start that business and fail as much as possible because there's no risk involved, or go work for an entrepreneur for free for freaking a year, learn as much as you can, and then now you can start and move quicker.
There you go. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I definitely agree with you. Okay. All right. So, of course, we talked about your college experience, and then, of course, you graduated, going into corporate, and then let's get into as well, talking a little bit about you getting into digital marketing.
So that, you know, it's crazy. It goes back to my college days. Back in college, I had the business, and I learned how to use Photoshop because we had to edit our own pictures. So I learned how to figure that out myself. But one thing that I also learned is how to build websites. And what I did that a lot of people didn't do back then is I learned how to build, me and my friends, we all learned how to build our own websites. I built a website that allowed me to get an internship with J&J. And when they started, like, you know, we're talking 2006, 2007. I applied for an internship with J&J, and they're through the interview process, they ask me about my skill set. I'm like, oh, I just built this website. Do you guys want to look at it? And then I, like, really? Like, how? What'd you do? I'm like, oh, I did this, this, and this. And then they end up hiring me for the internship. There's a whole play how you can go to college and, you know, and leverage internship to graduate faster. That's something I'll tell another time. But, that's when I started in digital marketing. But I didn't even know it was digital marketing back then. So I'll build those websites, I'll do all these editings, and then that skill set, I kind of learned it by myself over time. But when I got let go from my job, then I found myself in my apartment trying to figure it out. And I'm like, wait, I have all these skill sets. When I work at this company, I help them bring in business by going marketing for them. And I did this. So I started realizing at that time, doing like a SWOT analysis of myself.
Yeah.
What were all my strengths? And then I was like, oh, I can do digital marketing. And then what I did is I found around that time, there was a guy that was selling a digital course. I bought the course. Remember, I have no job. I'm living off saving and credit card. But I still bought and invested myself.
Yeah.
I bought a digital marketing course. And I started learning as much as I can. And then I just started testing stuff.
Yeah.
Right? While I'm still looking for a job full time. And then I was like, you know what? This is pointless. Why am I wasting time looking for a job? Why don't I start something? So I leveraged LinkedIn to find my first client. And I'm shocked she even believed in me at the time.
Yeah.
Because I just had some great ideas and some mock-ups that I did.
Yeah.
I shared that with her. She said, hey, let's give it a try. And I was able to help her get 50 customers through digital marketing.
That's great.
That helped build my confidence that, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
And then I realized back then a lot of people was using LinkedIn just as a job platform.
Right.
I'm like, wait a second, I thought this was a job board. Then I'm like, oh, this is a marketing platform.
Right.
And a recruiting platform. And a job board. I'm like, holy cow, this is powerful.
Yeah.
So then I start seeking knowledge on how do I leverage LinkedIn more. So back then there were two guys that were putting courses around LinkedIn. One of them, he became super famous. He left the whole LinkedIn space and became really big. And I took his program. Yeah. And I learned how to master LinkedIn. So you're thinking, like a lot of people when they don't have a job, they're like, oh, they're just applying for a lot of jobs.
Right.
I spend my time not just applying for jobs, but learning new skill sets.
There you go.
Right?